Well, good day, everyone. We're coming to you live from pit lane at the iconic Phillip Island. Chris Stubbs with you. Greg Rust is alongside me. Round 3 of the Shannon Speed Series for 2023. Rusty, we love this joint, don't we?
We do, for all sorts of reasons. And there's a great vibe around the place, Chris. So nice to be here. We want to see you here, most importantly. If you're in Victoria or you happen to be coming to Melbourne for the weekend, Motorsport Tickets is where you've got to go. You can find it online or go to the series website.
Yes.
Come down because we've got this amazing array of categories for the weekend, and headlined, of course, by Supercheap Auto TCR.
And the amazing weather,
Yeah.
Rusty. For us that are living on this side of the ditch, I tell you what, it has been pretty awful down in these parts of the world, but the sun is out all weekend, so yeah, motorsporttickets.com.au, get them.
You've been to Phillip Island for MotoGP over the years. I reckon I can count on one hand the amount of days over time where it's been like this. It's beautiful
Rusty,
here today.
the feathers, they're not moving. They're not moving. That doesn't happen at Phillip
great though,
Island,
Chris,
so we're going to
they're
make the
great.
most of it, aren't we? We're going to go for a bit of a walk and talk, aren't we, Rusty? We've seen a few people. You mentioned there about having the categories back and the spread that we've got from TCR, S5000, Trans Am, GT World Challenge, production cars mixed in with GT4.
Yeah.
Like, we've got so much on offer this weekend. Been a big break, hasn't it, for some of these categories since Tassie that weren't at Bathurst for the 6 hour, and they are revving to go.
They are revving to go. And then in the mix of all of that Chris has just detailed, there's a couple that have had tight turnarounds as well. So GT from Perth, naturally. And it wasn't all that long ago that you guys were at Bathurst for the 6 hour for the production car competitors. I can see Bailey Sweeney in here, who leads the TCR Championship by 14 points. So, hello, sir. You're on the tools here, are we?
Oh, putting a bit of stickers on. I wouldn't say on the tools. I wouldn't trust myself.
You're trustworthy, though, with stickers. Hey, a little bit of a change from a balance of performance point of view coming into Phillip Island. Tell us about that and how you think it might help.
Yeah, I saw the article get published, and I was pretty happy to see it was in our favour. So I think us and the Peugeot is anyone with the change, and yeah, we got a pretty big thing, 10 mil rhodite and 10 kilos. So keen to see how it goes this weekend.
Awesome.
How does it feel coming in as a championship leader? It's a unique position, isn't it, to be in?
Yeah, we had a big break between the rounds, so it's been nice staying championship leader for the past 2 months. But no, raring to get back out there and have another go. Cool.
All right, everyone seems happy in here. There's nothing more to report. We're headed to places like Winton, not too far down the track. That should suit this car, the 130, shouldn't it?
100%. When I saw the calendar, I was pretty happy comparing the two cars. It's probably more suited to Hatch most of the calendar. So yeah, keen to get to Phillip Island and tracks like that throughout the year.
Cool. Righto. We'll wander. Have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us.
We're having a joke that he could have covered up the 3 and the O and just left the number 1 on the door for this weekend as the championship leader. Interesting that the talk there, of course, the other car Josh Buchan has got is the longer wheelbase that they released at Bathurst last year for its debut. So the sedan version, and the differences between the two at each track. We see quite a variance in their performance, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And maybe from Josh's point of view, it might sort of suit it here now. Change for Lockie Manif. He's back into his regular Audi. He was, of course, with Melbourne Performance in Tasmania. I've seen his younger brother, who's been doing some sprint car racing over summer, helping him today. Why don't we dive in here? Garage is down, but I think we can. Probably
make yourself
sneak
at
in.
home,
I'll make myself at home. Sorry, I'm going to probably get in trouble here. This is the Suter family. Here's Shane. Look at
He's got the lights on.
With
ready
the light
to go.
on. Sorry, we're diving. We're live on Facebook here. Don't let that worry you. Hey, you guys have been down and cut a few miles here since Tassie. How is it?
Yeah, came down on an Evolve drive day, and Zach did a heap of laps in a lot of traffic and had a ball. And it was like a brand new car in Tassie that didn't race. So. He had his first day in the car, really, so it was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the Tassie thing I know was kind of tough to take for different reasons, but has it instilled you with a bit of positivity, a bit of confidence coming into the island, what you were able to do the other day?
Yeah, ripped the parts out, got them crack tested, checked everything, ticked all the boxes, so hopefully we're in good space now.
Cool.
So,
What's the light for? What's the head torch for?
It's called old age, isn't it, really? It's like under the car, it's hard to see, so yeah. Okay. Just want to be accurate.
Is he gone full Hollywood on us? Is he not doing any work on the car? Oh, he's there.
Yeah,
he isn't there. He isn't there.
He's the dumb way.
Stubbsy, you fire around. You go and talk. Good on you, Shane. Thank you.
There he is. We're saying that he's hiding in the background, worrying about his hair, but he's actually in the car helping out. How are you, Zach?
Yeah, not too bad. They keep me in here so I don't touch any tools. So just play on my phone in here and wait till the job's done. But we're going all right.
Talking to the old man there, I guess we won't get too technical, but the parts. New parts from Germany, or have we able to create a sort of fix here? What have you been able to do?
Yeah, they're brand new parts from Germany, so it's an upgrade from Audi that's gone on, I guess, all the cars that are on Kumho tyres, because this tyre because it's got more lateral grip under the braking, it's what's caused the issue through the drivetrain. So, yeah, new parts. It sounds like they're working in Europe, where they've sort of tested them so far, and I'm hopeful that they'll work here as well.
Straight back to the front then.
We'll see. You never know. We'll see. That Cooper looks pretty cool, and so does the new Lincoln Co. So we'll see where we're at.
Good job, mate.
Cheers. Thanks, Stubbsy.
And that's the note there. So a couple of new manufacturers for this weekend, Rusty, which is super exciting for our categories.
Yeah, it is the Lincoln Co. we had a quick look at before, and Michael Clementi hasn't kind of fully revealed the new Cooper yet, but we're looking.
The covers are on that
yeah,
still.
we're looking forward to seeing that. Just I can see Dylan O'Keefe down here. Why don't we wander down and have a quick word to him? Incidentally, had a word to Ben Grice today for a story which
Yes,
will bring you
yep.
over the weekend. Obviously, that was a massive crash in Trans Am for him last time out. Awesome to see him back behind the wheel. And this guy, in recent years, we've seen at the wheel of a TCR, but you are going for a run in a GT machine. How's that?
Yeah, so back in the GTs, last time I drove that car was in Bathurst, so real good fun. The guy who owns the car's from New Zealand, so good bunch of guys, and yeah, it's just a pretty relaxed kind of weekend. But once we hit the track, it's intense, and yeah, straight into it.
We saw you at our most recent round up at the 6 hour. How did you enjoy that weekend?
Yeah, 6 hour was good. So I raced with my friends up at GWR with Mike Sheargold and Brett Hobson, but we were trying to go for the three-peat for Mike. He'd won that A1 class 2 years in a row, so we're trying to get the third one, but the car had a turbo issue in the last bloody 20 minutes, so we ended up coming second. But yeah, nonetheless, good fun. Like that race is so, relaxed, like family teams, bloody so many cars. You're passing, close to 10 cars a lap at some point, so yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Two great tracks in the space of a couple of weeks, the Mountain and Phillip Island. Drivers' dream, really, isn't it?
I know, and how good is the weather this weekend? Like, I think, the last week hasn't stopped raining here, and now it's perfect, so it's really turned it on, and hopefully we can have a good weekend racing.
Mate, some of your old teammates at GRM, they're right at the front. They're mixing it with Bailey Sweeney, who we just spoke to before as our championship leader. Do you miss us? Do you miss TCR?
I do miss TCR. I was trying to get back in, but, things happen for a reason, and back racing GTs now, so, I'd love to get I love racing TCRs, and I'd love to see that grid, a little bigger. It probably is on the lighter side. So hopefully they can get more cars in the future and get some close racing.
Cool. Nice to catch up with you. Thank you. Have a fantastic weekend.
Cheers,
Dylan O'Keefe. All right. So we've had a little wander. I've told the story about Ben Grice. You've been doing a few yarns today too. What can we expect in the broadcast over the weekend? 9 and Stan, we should point out too.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll see it all ad break, free and on demand on Stan Sport, of course, across the weekend. Also on 9 from 2 till 5 on Saturday afternoon there as well. I sat down with Renee Gracie this afternoon. Of course, Renee's been making all sorts of headlines since she's returned to racing, and a fascinating chat, really getting to understand a little bit more about where she's coming from and why she's making the comeback and what her hopes and goals are. And it was quite interesting at one point, just saying, I'm just a girl that loves to live on the farm. I've got my dogs, I've got my chickens, she said. She's got a lawnmower that she just loves getting out in the garden and riding, and that she has modified the lawnmower. Don't worry about that. It's got some bigger wheels and a bigger muffler on it. So it's just a really interesting look at someone who's created a lot of headlines lately, but a little more depth to it.
And has never lost the passion, the love of racing. So nice to be able to indulge that passion once again, which is tremendous. So as Stubbsy said, a whole raft of categories that are going to come at you right across the course of the weekend. There is something here for everybody, intermixed with a number of names. Going to be great to see the likes of Moff back at the wheel of a Trans Am car, Owen Kelly there as well. Terrific that Ben Grice is back. I mean, he never lost despite that massive crash in Tasmania. The determination has had great support from people like Greg Crick, have rebuilt that car, and he is here with a real fire in the belly, Chris. So.
Yeah, look, I'm looking forward to that chat, reading some articles about what he's gone through with the concussion and the post-effect of that incident. So it was a big hit down there in Tas, but as you said, Moff was great. Joey Mawson, of course, was great in S5000. So catch me if you can. James Golding, there's the challenge for him. But how good are S5000 cars?
Awesome around this venue. So I mean, there are a number of cars that we have here that are just ideally suited to the layout and will showcase everything that Phillip Island has to offer from a car and a driver point of view. Great place to come and watch your motor racing.
Mate, we can't wait to get started. And I think it was Barry Sheen always said it's the gateway to hypothermia.
Not today, Baz.
This weekend,
sorry, Baz.
So
not
come
today.
on down. You can watch it on Stan Sport, but come on down and get a ticket. It's going to be great.
Cool. Thank you, Stubbsy.
Cheers.